Hello, everybody, and welcome to XPNSion Network, as you know, accelerating the consciousness of humanity every single day. I am Angel Ribo, known here in the US, in the world of business, as the CEO, confidant, and known in Latin America as the president and co-founder of the Wisdom for Kids Foundation. I'm extremely happy and thrilled that we have with us today again, Nicola and Christina von Dreien, excuse me, sorry, I apologize for the pronunciation. Thank you very much for being with XPNSion Network and all our audience today again.
Thank you for having us. Thank
Absolutely.
you. It's great being with the audience again. It's always, if it's a few times, it's becoming like a family, exactly. A growing family.
Willkommen, Christina. So, lots of things are happening in the world, and sometimes I have the feeling that the time is going by very fast. Lots of things
also hat den Eindruck, dass so viele Dinge gerade geschehen und er den Eindruck hat, dass die Zeit so schnell vergeht gerade.
I wanted to ask Christina, why do you think this is happening, and how can we find harmony and peace when we believe that there's so many things going on at the same time in the world?
Möchte dich fragen, warum du denkst, dass es jetzt so ist, dass die Zeit so schnell vergeht und wie wir Harmonie finden können.
Also das, was ja jetzt gerade in der Welt passiert, das ist ja eigentlich wie eine Reinigung.
What happens right now in the world is like a cleansing, actually.
Und da gibt's ja, also eben da gibt's die Strukturen, die nicht gehen möchten, und weil die nicht gehen wollen, machen die halt noch ganz viel chaotische Dinge.
And as I already mentioned, there are these structures that don't want to leave from here, and because they don't want to leave, they do a lot of was it chaos you were saying? Yeah, do a lot of chaos.
Exactly, and from most of us, human beings, that maybe we don't have this awareness, this multidimensional awareness that Christina has. It's difficult for us, and we react against the cleansing, and we are suffering from the chaos.
Und weil wir Menschen ja nicht dieses multidimensionale Bewusstsein haben und diese Übersicht haben, die du hast, ist es so, dass wir eben mehr leiden durch diese Reinigung und viel mehr auf dieses Chaos reagieren.
Also
und leiden darunter.
Ja und nein. Also die Menschen, die zum Beispiel wegen ihrem Beruf direkt in diesen mit diesen Zuständen verbunden sind, die haben es ja viel schwieriger.
She wants to say it's sort of yes and no. Of course it's much more difficult if you have a profession which connects you to these everyday things much closer.
Und wir haben ja auch das kollektive Feld. Und gerade sind ja ganz, ganz viele seltsame Dinge in der Luft.
And we also have the collective field, and there is a lot of strange things actually in the air.
For us, it's or for, let's say, the people listening to us and that are used to hearing you and to listen to the wonderful messages that you share with the world every single day. Sometimes we are tempted to fight against the chaos, right? To fight against the chaos. Is it good to do that, or is there a better way to go back to peace and harmony than fighting against the chaos?
Also manchmal sind wir versucht, dann gegen dieses Chaos anzukämpfen. Hältst du das für richtig oder eine gute Sache, oder ist es wichtig, immer in die Harmonie zurückzukommen?
Also wenn wir etwas haben, wo wir merken, das stimmt für uns nicht und unser Herz möchte das nicht, dann ist es schon gut, wenn man das nicht macht.
If you have something that you feel it doesn't feel right for you and your heart doesn't want it, it is important that you say for yourself you don't want it.
Also wir dürfen schon sagen, dass wir gewisse Dinge, die jetzt passieren, dass wir die nicht wollen und dass wir die nicht gut finden.
It's absolutely okay to say some things that we see now, we don't find them okay and we don't like them, we don't want them.
Weil dann wissen wir, was wir nicht wollen.
Because then we know what we don't want.
Und dann können wir uns überlegen, was wir aber stattdessen möchten.
And then we can go ahead and think about the things, how we want to have them, what we really want to have.
Und wenn wir auch mit anderen Menschen, die dafür offen sind, wenn wir ihnen erzählen, wie wir das sehen, dann kann ihnen das helfen, dass sie besser aufwachen können.
And if we go ahead then and share with other people what we would like, how we would like things to be, it might help them to awaken more quicker, faster.
I think that sometimes we underestimate the power of all getting together, right? All being together to help each other on what is happening in the world with the chaos, right?
Ja, er meint, manchmal unterschätzen wir das Zusammenkommen von uns allen zusammen in Bezug auf das Chaos in der Welt.
Mhm.
Is there something that we can do so that we get out of our egos and we try to do more things together so we are more powerful to fight against this chaos?
Gibt es etwas aus deiner Sicht, was wir tun können, um uns, er nennt es, aus unseren Egos zu kommen? Ich denke, er meint, aus unserem Einzeldasein zu kommen, um mehr zusammen etwas zu machen gegen dieses Chaos?
Also, dass wir uns bewusst werden, dass jeder Mensch, der hier auf der Erde ist und etwas Gutes möchte, wo mehr Licht verbreiten möchte, dass der ja auch für einen höheren göttlichen Plan hier ist.
So it's about becoming aware that each of us that has come here and wants to spread something good and working for the good here on earth is here actually for a higher lightful plan.
Und wenn wir wissen, was unsere Aufgabe in diesem großen Plan ist,
and if we know what our personal duty is in that bigger plan,
dann können wir uns auch mit anderen Menschen vernetzen, die auch in diese Richtung denken.
then we can sort of build a network with others that are heading into the same direction.
Weil wenn wir uns mit anderen Menschen vernetzen und wir merken, dass wir nicht alleine sind und dass wir gemeinsam etwas Gutes tun, dann kommen wir besser durch die jetzige Zeit und wir können Und nur so können wir dann in der Zukunft auch eine heile Welt aufbauen.
And if we're building a network together and come together with other people that have the same aim, the same direction, it's only this way that we can start building a new future and build up a new healed world, as she keeps calling it. A heile Welt is a healed world.
Mm. Es gibt ja, also wenn genug Menschen für das Gleiche zusammenkommen,
If enough people come together for the same,
dann können sich ja Dinge ändern.
things can start to change.
Und das ist, also zum einen geht es da um die Mehrheit, also dass eine gewisse Anzahl von Menschen in eine Richtung geht.
And on the one hand, it's about a certain mass of people that go to the same direction together.
Jetzt kommt mir keinen Knopf im Kopf.
Sorry.
Also meistens sagt man ja, dass wenn wir was ändern wollen, dann brauchen wir die Mehrheit.
So most of the times we say if we want to change something, we need the majority.
Und zum einen stimmt das
That's
zwar,
right on the one hand.
aber was halt auch ist beim kollektiven Feld, wenn wir da möchten, dass wir als Menschheit uns darauf ausrichten, dass wir eine heile Welt möchten,
But within the collective field, if as a humanity we want to go into the direction that we want to manifest a healed world,
also dass die Schwingung im Kollektiv, das Bewusstsein hoch genug bewusst ist, dass das dann wie dass das einfach Überhand nimmt im
so that
Kollektiv.
in the collective field, within the collective field, the frequency and the consciousness is high enough that this is, was hast du gesagt, dass es größer wird?
Dass es Überhand nimmt.
Yes, it's taking over.
Also dass das möglich ist. Für das braucht es nicht die Mehrheit.
For that to be possible, it doesn't need the majority of people.
Ich weiß nicht, wie viele Menschen es braucht, aber ich weiß, dass also es braucht nicht 51 oder mehr Prozent.
I don't know how many people it actually takes, but it certainly doesn't take 51%.
Weil jeder Mensch, der aufwacht, der ein höheres Bewusstsein hat,
Because each person that is waking up and has a higher consciousness,
der sendet dann eine bestimmte Schwingung aus und diese Schwingung, die ist so stark, oder wie man dem auch sagen will,
he's sending out a certain frequency, and that frequency is as strong
dass die Energie von diesem einzelnen Menschen sozusagen wie 100 oder 1000 oder noch mehr Menschen
It's so strong then that it can lift up more people, like 100 or 100,000, depending on the consciousness of the individual with a higher frequency.
Und darum müsse nicht 51 oder mehr Prozent von den Menschen wach sein, damit das Kollektiv in eine positive Richtung geht.
And that's why not it doesn't need 51% of the people to awaken, to get the collective into a good direction.
Weil die Schwingung von bewussten Menschen weil sie höher schwingen, im kollektiven Feld mehr als nur einen Menschen ausgleichen.
Because the higher frequency of a higher consciousness, it's equalizing more than one person. So one person with a higher consciousness equalizes a lower consciousness more. Yeah, I think one could understand that. Was that?
Oh yeah. No. It was really clear. Obviously, I kept on, waiting to hear Christina, and there's two things I wanted to add to this conversation. Number one, to everybody watching us, as you realize, it's very important what we do, all of us with a higher level of vibration, for all of us watching this video today, that you share this video, that you bring more people to this conversation so you know more about what we are talking here today and every single week that we talk with Christina. That's number one. And number two, I wanted to ask you, obviously, I think that elevating, lifting our vibration is something that we learn as human beings, right? Unfortunately, it's not taught in the school. When we go to school, they don't teach us how to do this, right? So
Angel sagt zwei Dinge for the German-speaking people. I'm translating. Das erste ist, dass sagt, das ist so wichtig, was hier gesprochen wird, dass sagt, ladet noch mehr Leute ein dazu, dass wir immer mehr werden und auch verstehen, worüber wir hier jede Woche sprechen. Und das zweite war, what was the second thing we were saying?
Yeah, sorry? The second thing is, when we go to school, nobody teaches us how to increase our vibration.
So, die Dinge lernen wir ja nicht in der Schule, wenn wir zur Schule gehen. Mhm.
And obviously there's a reason why we are not taught something so important, right? So my question is for Christina, for the people that are just joining us, are starting to watch us, to listen to your message, Christina, is there something easy to learn that we all could do to consistently raise our vibration?
Ja, und weil wir das ja nicht in der Schule lernen, die Frage an dich, gibt es etwas Einfaches, was wir lernen können, um das Bewusstsein anzuheben?
Jeder Mensch, der hat in seinem Leben schon mal erlebt, dass das seine Schwingung erhöht hat.
Each of us has experiences in his life that he has heightened his own frequency.
Sobald wir etwas tun, über etwas nachdenken, irgendwas anschauen,
as soon as we do something or look at something or think about something,
oder wenn wir etwas lesen oder etwas
read
hören,
something or hear something,
wo wir merken, das tut uns gut, wir fühlen uns besser,
where we can feel that is making us feel good,
dann haben wir in dem Moment schon unsere Schwingung erhöht.
And already in that moment we have heightened our frequency.
In dem Moment, wo wir merken, ja, es geht uns besser oder uns tut etwas gut, in dem Moment steigt unsere Schwingung.
In that moment when we realize something is feeling good, we have raised our frequency.
I would like to, because we have not really spoken among us about the different work or books that have been already published, and I would like to tap on that, maybe to let the audience know more about the books that have been written about Christina, and maybe even the plans that are coming for the future. But maybe if you wouldn't mind, go over the different books that Christina has been contributed to, right? Maybe written by her or by someone else in her family. If you wouldn't mind like sharing that with the audience so they know how to get more of her life, her
Also Andrew
experience.
möchte gerne, das ist jetzt mehr für die englischsprachige Community, weil ich denke, die Deutschen, die hier zuschauen, die wissen das schon bereits. So, would you like me to talk about your books, or would you like to say something about your books?
Ich kann mal was sagen.
Good.
Also die ersten 2 Bücher, die hat meine Mutter geschrieben.
The first 2 books were written by her mother.
Das waren ja zuerst Tagebücher.
It was starting off with diaries, her diaries.
Und ja, dann wurden es Bücher.
It became books, and it's also the story of Christina's amazing birth story, which is very special. I'm saying that because she's never seen that.
Okay. I mean, would she like to talk about it? Is it a good time to talk about it?
Möchtest du über deine Geburt zum Beispiel?
Nein.
Christina barely talks about herself. So she was born really, really way, way, way too early, and she had a twin sister. And the 2 of them were born at 5.5 months, or really nobody gave them a chance to survive. But Christina did. Her sister died after 2 months. 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time she accompanied Christina as well. Very close. Mm-hmm.
So you've always felt, you said your sister was with you for a long time. Even if you don't like to talk about your personal story a lot, but that's okay. Do you think that, I mean, do you feel compelled to write books, to share your stories, to share your journey with the people in a book? Is that something that you like to do?
Ob es dich anzieht oder ob du gerne deine Geschichte teilen möchtest und selber auch schreiben in einem Buch?
Also schreiben allgemein, das mag ich. Yeah.
Yes, she likes writing. And she writes a lot about her thoughts, about things. Yes.
And do you have plans to write about a specific subject, or is it more like you allow yourself to receive specific messages and then you elaborate on them? How do you see your future work or books going?
Worüber du in der Zukunft schreiben möchtest, ob das jetzt mehr so allgemeine Themen sind, allgemeine Gedanken oder auch spezifisch über dich selbst?
Also so genau weiß ich das ja nie. Das ist wie mit den Vorträgen. Ich habe dann einfach so einen Anfang und dann fange ich damit an und dann kommt mir was anderes.
She never knows exactly. It's like in the when she's speaking, she's more of a speaker than a writer actually, but then it's always a beginning, and once she starts, it's unfolding just like that. And so she couldn't speak along a program, you know, Christina speaking about this point and that point and that point. That's not how it works, because she takes her information out of the moment actually. Stimmt das?
Ja, also ich schreibe schon sehr gern.
Yes, she loves writing also. Yeah.
When you are obviously you are exposed to a lot of people, right? Both online and face to face, right? In events and rooms with a lot of people. When you are before a large audience, how do you feel?
Wie fühlst du dich? Du bist ja mit vielen Leuten konfrontiert. Also wenn du jetzt vor einem großen Publikum bist, wie fühlst du dich da?
Also ich merke dann schon, bevor ich dann an dem Ort bin, wo ich einen Vortrag habe, da merke ich dann gewisse Energien von den Menschen.
Already before she comes to a location where she would speak in front of people, she can feel certain energies of certain people already in advance.
Und das ist dann auch so, wenn ich dann rede, dann merke ich das Energiefeld vom Publikum.
And also when she's speaking, she feels the energy field of the audience.
Und
Sorry, I'm just smiling because one day she was telling me what she's seeing. I asked her, what are you seeing when you're looking into an audience? Also was siehst du, wenn du in ein Publikum schaust? Und dann hast du mir eine Antwort gegeben, weißt du noch?
Ich glaube, mir muss über das
den Atem,
Ach, damit die diese Worte
ja, erzähl mal.
Also wenn ich dann die Menschen ansehe, dann sehe ich ja Energien.
When I look at the people, I see energies.
Und also da gibt es ganz verschiedene Energien.
And there's totally different energies.
Und also da gibt es Dinge, die schweben in der Luft.
There are things that are sort of moving in the air.
Und andere, die gehen von den Menschen aus. Also das ist das Energiefeld.
And other things that sort of radiate from the people.
Also zum einen ist das Energiefeld und ich habe es auch schon gesehen, dass dann die Menschen Wolken ausatmen.
And on the one hand, it's just the energy field, but then she has also seen people sort of breathing out clouds. And she was describing that to me and said, it's so funny because it looks like everybody has these white clouds coming out of their noses.
Und wenn ich einen Vortrag habe, dann ist es ja im Raum, wo die Menschen sind, ist es ja dann abgedunkelter.
Yes, and if she has when she's talking, the light where the audience is sort of darker. It's not so bright.
Und dann sehe ich gewisse Dinge immer auch noch besser, als wenn es hell ist.
And then she sees even more than when it's the light is very bright.
Wow, that's fascinating. I wish I can one day, really soon, I can be in the same room as you, and I can also be part of that audience, and I can also experience what you are experiencing, or at least be there with you and be part of a face-to-face meeting. That would be extraordinary.
Ja, auch eines Tages bald mal mit dir von Angesicht zu Angesicht sprechen oder mit dir in einem Raum sein.
Obviously, I encourage everyone listening to us today, watching us today, to always be mindful about the different events, both online and offline, that Christina and Nicola attend to, so you can live, firsthand. You can perceive firsthand, who Christina is, which must be incredible. Right now, you can both, either of you, respond to this question. But right now, are you both doing online and offline events?
Yes, we're mostly doing online events due to the strange things happening in this world at the moment. And there's a few small events we had with a small audience, but streaming at the same time.
Oh, okay. So people, if obviously, we will share with everybody later on how to connect with you and how to know exactly where in the world are Christina and Nicola every single day, right? So they can join you whenever they need to. So maybe to finish the conversation today, and obviously I appreciate your time, is what's the easiest way to reach out to you, to connect with you, even to help you? What's the best way to help Christina in her mission?
Was wäre die beste Art, dir in deiner Mission zu helfen?
Also diese Mission, die ich habe ich ja nicht alleine.
So this mission I don't have it alone.
Ich bin ja noch Teil von etwas Größerem.
I'm only part of something bigger.
Und jeder Mensch, der anderen Menschen hilft, sich zu erinnern und dass sie wieder merken, was sie wirklich sind.
And each person that helps others to remember who they really are.
So
Excellent.
helfen wir uns gegenseitig.
And that's how we keep helping each other.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Again, what's the easiest way? Do you have an email address? Obviously, you have a web page. You have an extremely popular, YouTube channel with hundreds of thousands of people, watching your videos. And I mean, you're really present online. Your books really sell a lot. Lots of people are buying your books in different languages. And so what's the best way to connect with you, to contact you? Maybe someone watching us would even like to invite Christina to an event. What's the best way to connect with you, Nicola and Christina?
Yes, the best to write us an email. And it's the best way is we have a few email addresses, but the best way is if you want to connect with me is events@christinavondreien.ch. Events with S in the end.
Exactly. So it will be EVENTS at Christina von Dreien, as it's written here, as you will see in the video.
One word. Yeah.
Exactly. .ch, which is the international, exactly, for Switzerland, CH. Excellent. Well, again, thank you very much for allowing me to be with you today for the conversation we had. Christina, thank you so much for always sharing so much wisdom with everybody. Nicola, thank you very much for the effort. Because again, when I myself have to translate in other languages, it's also difficult for me. So I know it's difficult. So.
Yes, and for Christina, it would be totally strange if we would choose a professional translator, and the translation definitely would be better. But I don't know how much Christina will be talking at all.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, it's again, it's every time. It's like I myself, for my own business, sometimes I help people, expand internationally and expanding internationally into new cultures. And it always takes an effort of patience, of understanding, and making sure that you understand, everybody involved. So again, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to have you, and see you, next week. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thanks everybody for watching, and thanks everybody for the patience, and see you next time.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, both of you, and everybody here on XPNSion Network. Thank you so much for being with us today. I'm sure that you have enjoyed the conversation with Christina and with Nicola as much as we have. Hope to see you soon next week. Thank you for being with us. Have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Angel.